see you. I will. See you later. The first thing I've noticed is that the gear levers, it's very narrow into the bike. Very narrow into the bike. Quick shift, that's not bad actually. Right, the sitting position, and I'm comparing this against obviously the Triumph and the XR. My knees seem to be splayed out a bit, but it seems narrow at the seat, but it's wide down there where your knees are. It just seems, it's unusual. It's not uncomfortable, it's just I'm not used to it. And do know that they've, on this latest version, they've shortened the frame and brought the headstock back about 15mm. Now the reach to the bars it's not too bad. I could do with the bars coming back, just swinging back in the mounts there, just a little bit. But apart from that, I mean, the standover position is flat-footed, so it's quite nice. And as I say, that quick shift, that wasn't too bad. The clutch is nice and light. It takes some getting used to that, where the gear lever seems to be tucked right in towards the side of the engine. It wasn't in a natural position that I'm used to. Right, so you might be asking, what am I doing? Well, the thing is that the XR is now 4-year-old, and the Tiger 1200 GT Pro is approaching 3-year-old. So I'm due to really upgrade at least one of them. And at the moment, I'm just looking at options. I'm just wondering where this van was going. He just flying past on the outside, cut across. It's got to tip over with all them carpets on. She used to be on a mission. I'll just put the visor down a little bit. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a punch about it. It's nice. It's got, you know, it's pretty aggressive when you open the throttle up, but it's not a massive amount punchier than the Triumph 1200. So I was saying about the sitting position, when my knees seems to be splayed out a little bit, but the seat is narrow. The reach to the bars could come 10mm or something closer towards us, but they're not too wide. I think they're narrower than what's on definitely on the Tiger. I think they may be narrower than what's on the XR. I've got a warning triangle up there for some reason. I don't know what that's for. But the screen itself is very crystal clear. It's fantastic actually. You can see everything dead clear, all the digits good size, all the icons are a good size, and even when you're going through the menu, it's mainly picturesque. So it's like looking at a cartoon picture. You can follow a story, you can follow the menu, no problem at all. It's quite self-intuitive to go through it, which that's a good point. Missing that gear lever again. feels as though it should be out a little bit more. That's the only slight negative up there now. Looks like all the switchgear's tilted forward quite a lot with the state of that reservoir. You would expect that to be level. First to second, no problem. That's with a quick shifter. 3000 revs. Third's no problem. No, it's quite precise, that quick shifter. It's probably on par with the Tiger 1200. Oh, this windscreen adjusting, it's got knobs on both sides there. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's quite easy to adjust, so it's not a problem. The thing is with windscreen adjustment, I only use the highest normally. I mean, I don't know what this one's like, but we'll find out. I only use the highest on the on motorways, so I would only adjust that when I went onto a motorway, and when it's around the streets and B roads, pulling about, I'd find my own optimum height, and it would stay at that. I'd see what it's like when it's fully down. I've got the suspension in softest mode at the moment. Yeah, I can feel the wind blast now coming through the visor. So I'm going to put that up. As I say, it's very easy to do. And luckily they've got a wheel on both sides, so you can keep your hand on the throttle. Or if you're just stuck in traffic or what, you can use your right hand. But it's easy enough to reach and it's easy enough to adjust. So that's not a problem. You can hear the engine thumping away. It's not, I would say it's got massive vibrations. It's got probably about the same as what the Triumph 1200 GT Pro's got. You can feel it's an engine there, which is what I like. But it's not really intrusive vibrations, not a problem. I've got the mapping set in road mode. And I'm going to see how low I can get speed wise in the rev range before it complains. .43, it's doing about 2,200 revs, 40 mile an hour. Yeah, it rattles a bit when it pulls away, so that's down about 40 mile an hour in 6th gear. It rattles till it gets close to 3,000 revs, then it smooths out. Yeah, that's that quick shifter is nice actually. I've had these the Rider's seat, heated seat on since I pulled away from the shop, and it's to me I can't even feel the difference. I don't know if there's any set levels on it. I'll have a check in a minute through the menu when I get out of these roadworks. So the feel of the bike's actually fantastic, I tell you. With them ball bags of the petrol tanks down either side of the bike, you can feel it's top. It's not top heavy, it's very light at the top. The suspension's a little bit more severe, and it's on the soft setting, comfort setting. It's a little bit not as compliant as the Triumph. It's still comfortable, don't get us wrong, it's just not as supple and doesn't ride the bumps out as well as the Triumph. It's nice and smooth in the corners, holds a nice line. It's a lot more flickable than the Tiger. So it really starts to pull just above 3,000 revs. Yeah, it lifts its skirt up and it goes, it's very nice. Where's this car going? Straight on or right? way I've done with the urban riding. Let's get out into the country. I'll change the mode to sport mode. Yeah, it's very balanced, this bike. Dead easy to ride, slow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it down onto some faster roads, see what the wind protection's like. Yeah, that's better. It's in sport mode now. Feels a lot more punchier. Let's see what the brakes are like here. There's nothing behind us. Oh yeah, they're good. They're very good. 2000 revs again. 5th gear, you just feel a little bit of a shudder. But then it pulls through it, and then it settles down as you're approaching the 3000 revs. So that's fine. So that's changing gear. One thing I will say about the quick shifter, mind, there's like a pregnant pause as it shuts off the ignition, just to allow the change to happen. It's just a fraction too long, I would say. Well, not too long. It's a fraction longer than, especially the XR. The XR is more precise and snicks straight into gear. This one's just got a little bit of a hesitation, but it's I mean, it's nothing. So I'm doing 70 there now. I've actually got the visor open on the helmet. It's not even buffeting. I can feel a little bit of wind on the top of the helmet, and a little bit on the forearms, not my forearms, the top of my arms, outside of the top of my arms. And apart from that, it's actually fine. I would say it's slightly better than the Triumph 1200 GT Pro, and that's it in its fully up position. When it goes above the motorway national speed limit, still fine, still got my visor up, see what it's like when it's down. That's fine, that. I've actually got a peak lid on the RIX X4, and it's not even catching the peak. So that's great, that. I'm happy enough with that. Now sitting here at 80, I can feel a small amount of like a low vibration through the handlebar, very low frequency, and low frequency through the pegs. But it's nothing really much. It's just to let you know the engine's rumbling away underneath you. I mean, it wouldn't bother me on a long run, that. It's not like the high frequency buzziness that you get on some bikes. It's just just like a low rumble. In fact, the GS, the 1250 GS, I haven't rode the 1300 yet, but the 1250 GS was exactly the same. It's no worse or no better than that. So I'll turn off this motorway, get on some B roads, see what it's like for handling. There we go, Heading Garage. That's where we usually meet up on a Sunday morning. Turn off up the military road. 3 tons, the soul of Heading. So if you listen to the gear change here, see the little bit of a pause. It changes no bother. It's just like there's a noticeable drop off on the ignition, and then away it goes again. So it's just a slight hesitation. It's not much, but the changing of the gears is fantastic. I have to be a little bit careful because the roads, as you can see, over the last couple of days we've had some torrential downpours, and the ground's absolutely sodden. and there'll be a lot of water seeping on the roads. It's taking a while to dry out. I've got it in sport mode. I don't know what the suspension is. Advanced. Let's put it in auto. See what that does. It's nice to see the sun get out. This thing shifts. It certainly goes. Clank clank, I'm a tank. It's a little dinky thing. I'll tell you what it is, this thing is a missile. Absolute missile. The front wheel was actually trying to come up there. She's starting to cloud over now. I'll probably do about another 3 or 4 mile and then start heading back. I've been out about 40 minutes now. What I can't say is, I mean, the seat seems fine at the moment. It's just the standard seat, so it's not too much of a problem. I know they do with power ports, like an ergo seat, heated seat, comfort seat. Be careful here, because there's usually some damp patches on the second corner. Yeah, the handling is very good. Downshift, fine. Go straight in. Let's see what it's like here for getting in neutral. Oh, straight in. Absolutely straight in. Fantastic. I'm surprised how well mannered it is at low speed, low throttle speed as well. There's no jerkiness, no snatchiness. The fueling's absolutely spot on. That gets up to crazy illegal speeds before you even realise or have time to look down at the dash. So just calm down, Kev. Take your time. So just a quick look around the bike as the sun's shining. It's quite a smart looking bike now. I like that orange on the subframe here. Very nice. Yep. Very nice bike. Nice handling bike. I wonder what's heating my legs up under there. I wonder if it's this little fella here. What I've noticed is that the bike's very easy to get off the side stand. It's light. It's difficult to describe how is easy it is, low speed. The balance of the bike is absolutely spot on. I mean, the Tiger, the 1200 GT Pro, it's massively top heavy, but this thing just seems so nimble. Even the XR, you can feel the weight on the XR. I kind of feel nothing on this. It's absolutely fantastic. Right, so I'm about to try the cruise control. So got it set at 70, 74, and it's sitting at 73 because that car will not let us go on. I tell you what it is, this cruise control is fantastic. I didn't think I would have appreciated it as much, but there was a car before pulled out across to overtake another car and didn't leave me much room. The bike actually slowed at first and then it braked, and obviously the car pulled back in after overtaking, and then it just pulled away to the set speed. Absolutely marvellous. Right, what can I say about the riding position itself? The position of my legs. You've got a bit more of a bend in the legs than I have on the Triumph 1200, but there's not as much of a bend as you get on the XR, so it's like in between. It's quite comfortable actually. I am just starting to get a couple of little pressure points on the bones of me buttocks. Now I don't know on a longer journey whether that would have started to give us a little bit of a bummy ache. I've done now in the saddle probably about an hour and a half, so maybe in the real world after a couple of hours you would stop anyway and have a break, top up with fuel, or you'll have a cup of coffee. So I don't think it would be a problem. If I decide to get this bike, I would probably get the Ergo seat, the Power Parts Ergo seat. What I need to do now, I think, is to clear my head a bit, because I'm torn between this and the Multistrada. The thing is, at the moment, there's one hell of a deal on with these KTM Super Adventure S's. They are retailing at 14.5, just under 14,500 now. That's the British pound, which is a cracking deal with the kit that you get on it. And to kit the Multistrada up to the same level as spec, you're talking the thick end of £24,000. You can get the Grand Tourer, which is got everything on as well. So here we are, back at Iron City Motors, who've been very kindly let me take this for a test ride while I make my mind up whether I'm going to purchase or not. So I'll just leave it here for them. I've got some hard thinking to do, but going off this test ride I've just done on this, realistically, I think it's a no-brainer. Get some extras on, maybe get the panniers. Yeah?
How was it?
Absolutely fantastic. It was, honestly. I've been comparing it between the XR and also the Triumph that I've got. Yeah. Obviously the Triumph's just a little bit, let's say a little bit more handling, just a little bit more crisp in the handling, compared to this, but this is still great. Much better than the Tiger. The Tiger suspension's better on this, but this is on par with the XR.
Yeah.
So it's really what I'm looking for. The engine is an absolute peach. It's a monster, this engine.
Aye.
It's fantastic. Dead simple to use, the graphics and everything. It's fantastic. Especially the price as well.
That's it. At the minute, you can kind of grumble with the price.
You can't grumble with the price at all. I'll probably change the tyres.
Yeah.
Especially when it's when I set off was a little bit greasy and that.
Steve said exactly the same.
When you hit a little bit of a white line or something, you can just feel a little twitch. Not a lot.
I can't tell. I'm not a fan of the Midas.
I have never noticed that sculpture there before.
Yeah.
Nice. I like this little subframe.
Yeah. See, obviously, you can get that many different graphics on now. You can customise it, do what you want.
To be fair, how it is just great. Brakes are brilliant. That anti-dive is fantastic. The Tiger, when you put the brakes on, you think you're going for a somersault. But this just it gives a little bit, but then it holds it, you know.
I think the fact that you can start messing about with it, you can change it individually if you want to. So if you want the back a little bit softer and the front a little bit harder,
Yeah.
it's all fully customizable.
When I stopped, I felt a little bit of heat just at the back there, but wasn't much.
Yeah.
Little bit. I think that's why they've put the that insulation on the rear cylinder exhaust. But it was nothing. And when you're moving, you kind of feel it. I mean, the exhaust's a bit hideous. Big exhaust on it. Sounds nice, but looks-wise, could have been better. But everything else is fantastic. Give us a little look. Did I give you the key, did I?
No, no.
Have I not?
No.
Did you give me it? It'll be in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. How do you get this seat off again?
The seat. I remember, right?
You got to switch it on first.
Never took the seats off before, so this is a learning experience for me.
Well, it's new for both of us. That's it. Yeah, you got to switch it on. Well, it's like a little electronic thing.
So you obviously get a full tool pack that goes in there.
Aye. Quite enough space in it. I'll be able to get a puncture repair kit and the tool pack in. That's nice, aye. Super. Excellent. I'll just take this helmet off. I'll tell you what I do keep doing, but it's just me. Those two things when I first got on it was it's a bit wider here, which you notice because when you get on it, it's like getting in a different car. You'll notice little things. Like I was looking for the gear lever. I'm going, where the hell is it? And it's actually closer into the engine than I thought. But once you get the hang of it, it's there. It's just muscle memory. It's just I'm used to it being slightly further out. But no, that was fantastic.